Okay, students, class 12th mathematics CBSE. Students, we are running in three-dimensional geometry. Means we have already started the chapter three-dimensional geometry. Now, today we will start a new topic, that is plane. Plane in three-dimensional geometry. Okay. Means we will understand the meaning and definition of the plane in 3D, equation of plane in three-dimensional geometry. Then we will find the angle between two planes, angle between a line and a plane, and coplanarity of two lines. Also we will find the distance of a point from the given plane. Okay, so today we will discuss all these in this episode of video or in today's class. Okay, so let us start with the meaning of the plane. Meaning of the plane in three-dimensional. Whenever we are talking about the three-dimension means the space. Three-dimension means space, or whenever we are considering a plane having three dimensions or three perpendicular axis, that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, so we will find the equation of a plane in three dimension, that is in x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, now what does simply means by the plane? Plane means surface. Plane means surface. This surface may be the surface of your study table. This surface may be the surface of this whiteboard. This surface may be the surface of your floor or ceiling, etc., etc. Okay, surface just means the plane. Okay, and whenever we are taking this surface in three dimension, that is whenever we are considering this surface in space, then this surface is called as plane in three dimension. Okay, three dimension geometry. Okay, now we will find the equation of plane in three-dimensional geometry having the different conditions, having the different conditions or having the different values. Okay, so first of all we will find the equation of plane in normal form. Equation of plane in normal form. So start with the equation of plane. Equation of plane in normal form. In normal form. So now what does mean by the normal form? What does mean by the normal form? Normal form means we have been given a plane. We have been given a plane in three-dimensional having the perpendicular distance from the origin. Perpendicular distance from the origin, that is D. Having the perpendicular distance from the origin, that is D. Okay. So we have to find the equation of plane. We have to find the equation of plane. Now let this point is point P. This point is P and origin O. Okay. And also let n cap be the unit vector along OP. Okay, then OP vector equals to D and cap. As OP equals to D, OP distance is D, so the position vector of P, that is OP vector equals to D and K. Okay, now let one more point, that is Q, is there, and its position vector with respect to this O is R vector. Position vector of Q is R vector, and this angle is 90 degree, means this is perpendicular. This PQ is perpendicular to OP. Okay, means this PQ is perpendicular to the surface of the given plane. Okay, perpendicular to the surface of the given plane. So position vector of q is r vector. Now pq vector. Now pq vector. pq vector is equals to position vector of q means oq vector. oq vector minus op vector. So pq vector is equals to oq vector means r vector minus dn cap. r vector minus dn cap. Okay. Now this pq was perpendicular to the surface of the plane, and this op is along the plane. That is why op vector is perpendicular to pq vector. Okay, means r vector minus dn cap dot dn cap position vector of op is equals to 0. So r vector minus dn cap dot n cap equals to 0 means r vector dot n cap minus dn cap dot n cap equals to 0. r vector dot n cap equals to b. n cap dot n cap is equals to 1. Okay. So this is the equation of the plane in normal form. Okay. So r vector dot n cap is equals to b. Now we will convert this vector form in Cartesian form also. Okay. So Cartesian form of this plane is this is vector form. Now Cartesian form. Let r vector equals to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap and n cap equals to li cap plus nj cap plus nk cap. Okay. Then r vector dot means xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap dot li cap plus nj cap plus nk cap is equals to b. Okay. After multiplying this dot product x into l lx m into y my plus n into z nz equals to b, where n cap magnitude of n cap, that is under root l square plus m square plus n square equals to 1, means l square plus m square plus n square equals to 1. Okay. So this is the Cartesian form of the given plane in normal form. Okay. Now the next type of plane, that is equation of, this is first equation of the plane in normal form. Now we will have the equation of plane passing through a point with a given perpendicular vector. Okay. With perpendicular to the given vector. Okay. Equation of plane passing through a point P having position vector a vector and perpendicular to given vector n vector. Okay. So we have to find the equation of plane. Passing through this point P, a vector, and perpendicular to the given vector n vector. Means n vector is the perpendicular to this plane. Okay. So how to find the equation of plane? Let one more point Q is there. That one more point Q is there whose position vector with respect to this origin. With respect to this origin is R vector. With respect to this origin is R vector, then PQ vector equals to PQ vector is equals to position vector of Q minus position vector of P. That is R vector minus A vector. Okay, now PQ vector is perpendicular to N vector. It is given that vector N is perpendicular to this plane. Okay, so R vector minus A vector is perpendicular to N vector, or using the perpendicular condition R vector minus A vector dot N vector is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the equation of plane in passing through the point A vector and normal or perpendicular to the vector N. Okay, now we will convert this equation of plane in Cartesian form. So Cartesian form, this is the vector form, now the Cartesian form. Now the Cartesian form of the vector form. Vector form is R vector minus A vector dot N vector is equals to 0. Now Cartesian form is R vector is given as xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap. This is the R vector. A vector is any point x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and capital N vector is equals to, capital N vector is the direction of the plane. Actually this is not the direction, this is direction of perpendicular to the plane, but here we are considering the direction of the plane. Okay, so N vector is equals to ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap. Okay, so putting all these here, we will have x I cap plus yj cap plus zk cap minus a vector x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap dot n vector means ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap is equals to 0. Okay, so this can be write down as x minus x1 I cap plus y minus y1 j cap plus z minus z1 k cap dot product ai cap plus bj cap plus ck cap is equals to 0. So this is a into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 is equals to 0. This is the equation of plane passing through the point x1 y1 z1 and having the direction ratio of the normal of the perpendicular ABC. Okay, ABC are not the direction of this plane, but this is the direction of the perpendicular to the plane. Okay, let us remember a thing. The direction of plane is not the direction of plane itself, but the direction of its perpendicular. Direction of its perpendicular. Okay, so this is the equation of plane. A into x minus x1 plus b into y minus y1 plus c into z minus z1 passing through point x1 y1 z1 and perpendicular to the vector, perpendicular to the line, perpendicular to anything whose direction ratios are a, b, c. Okay, so now let us have the next type of equation of plane. Equation of a plane passing through three non-collinear points. Okay, this is also an important topic or important equation of plane. Equation of plane passing through three non-collinear points. Okay, so let us have three non-collinear points P, A, B and C. A with position vector A vector, B with position vector B vector and C with position vector C vector. These are 3 points and these are not collinear, means they are not in the same line. If they are in the same line, then there are infinitely many planes. Okay, means there is not a unique plane that we can find. There are infinite number of planes. Okay, that is why these 3 points are non-collinear points. Non-collinear points means they are not in the same line. Okay. Passing through 3 non-collinear points. Okay. So now we will find the equation of plane. Okay. First of all, we know that the direction of plane is not the direction of plane itself, but the direction of its perpendicular. Okay, so we will find the perpendicular vector from these 3 vectors, A vector, B vector and C vector. And we know that any vector perpendicular to the plane or any vector perpendicular to 3 vectors is AB vector cross AC vector. Okay, so AB vector is equals to B vector minus A vector and AC vector is equals to C vector minus A vector. Now vector perpendicular to 3 given vectors, that is equals to AB vector cross AC vector. Okay, that is B vector minus A vector cross C vector minus A vector. This is the vector perpendicular to this plane. Okay, so we have got the direction. This is n vector. Okay, this is n vector. Now let us have one more point that is D. Its position vector is R vector with respect to this origin O. Okay, then AC vector or BC vector or AD vector. Then AD vector is equals to R vector minus A vector. Okay, now AD vector lies in the surface of the plane. AD vector lies in the surface of the plane and this n vector is perpendicular to the plane. Okay, so AD vector is perpendicular to n vector. AD vector is perpendicular to n vector. It means R vector minus A vector is perpendicular to n vector. That is why R vector minus A vector dot n vector is equals to 0. Okay, now putting the value of n vector, that is this. So equation of plane is R vector minus A vector dot B vector minus A vector cross C vector minus A vector. This is the equation of the plane. This is the equation of the plane in vector form passing through 3 non-collinear points. Okay, so R vector minus A vector dot B vector minus A vector cross C vector minus A vector equals to 0. Now we will find the Cartesian form of this plane. So Cartesian form of this plane is, this is vector form. No need of this diagram. Now Cartesian form. This is vector form. Vector form is R vector minus A vector dot B vector minus A vector cross C vector minus A vector. Okay, equals to 0. Here A vector, B vector, C vector are the position vector of 3 points A, B and C. So A vector equals to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. That is x1, y1 and z1. B vector equals to x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. That is x2, y2 and z2. Now C vector is the third point, that is x3 I cap plus y3 j cap plus z3 k cap equals to x3, y3 and z3. Okay, so these are the 3 points. Okay, and r vector is general point, so this is x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap. Okay, that is x, y and z. These are the coordinates of the given points. Now r vector minus a vector. R vector minus a vector is equals to x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap minus x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. That is x minus x1 I cap plus y minus y1 j cap plus z minus z1 k cap. Okay, and b vector minus a vector. B vector minus a vector similarly can be write down as x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. C vector minus a vector can be write down as x3 minus x1 I cap plus y3 minus y1 j cap plus z3 minus z1 k cap. Okay, so these are r vector minus a vector, b vector minus a vector and c vector minus a vector. Now b vector minus a vector cross c vector minus a vector, and this is equals to I, j and k. I, j and k. Now b vector minus a vector, component of b vector minus a vector, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1 and x3 minus x1. C vector minus a vector, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1 and z3 minus z1. Okay, so this is b vector minus a vector cross c vector minus a vector. Now we have to dot product r vector minus a vector with this. So now we have to find r vector minus a vector dot this, that is I cap, j cap, k cap, I cap, j cap, k cap, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equals to 0. Means this is x minus x1 I cap plus y minus y1 j cap plus z minus z1 k cap. Dot product with this determinant. Dot product with this determinant. With this determinant means I cap, j cap and k cap. x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equals to 0. Implies that x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, z3 minus z1 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the equation of the plane passing through 3 non-collinear points. Okay, now we will have the another equation of plane, that is equation of plane in intercept form. Equation of plane in intercept form. So finding the equation of plane in intercept form. Equation of plane in intercept form. equation of plane in intercept form. Intercept form, that is, this is three-dimensional space having x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, and a plane passing through or having the intercept on x-axis at point A, at y-axis B and point C. Okay, now let intercepts are A, intercepts are B and C. A, B, C are the intercepts. Let A, B, C are the intercepts of the plane on x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Okay, then coordinate of A, coordinates of point A, coordinate of point A are A0, 0. Coordinate of the point B are 0, B, 0, and coordinate of the point C are 0, 0, C. Okay, so we are finding the equation of plane in intercept form. Now we are having the 3 point on the given plane. 3 point on the given plane, and these 3 points are non-collinear points. Okay, so using the equation of plane that we have already find in previous topic. Okay, so equation of plane passing through 3 non-collinear points A, B and C is x minus x1 A, y minus y1 0, z minus z1 0, then x minus x2 minus x1, x2 minus x1 0 minus A, y2 minus y1 b minus 0, and z2 minus z1 0 minus 0, and lastly x3 minus x1 0 minus A, 0 minus 0, and C minus 0 equals to 0. Okay, so we have to solve this and we will find the equation of plane in intercept form. So solving this, this is equals to x minus A, y and z, minus A, B and 0, minus A, 0 and C is equals to 0. So solving this, expanding along the first row, x minus A into BC minus 0 minus y into minus AC plus z into minus plus AB equals to 0. So BC into x minus plus AC into y plus AB into z is equals to ABC. Now dividing whole of the equation by ABC, we will have BCX upon ABC plus ACY upon ABC plus ABZ upon ABC is equals to ABC upon ABC. So x upon A plus y upon B plus z upon C is equals to 1. This is the equation of the plane in intercept form. Okay, this is only the Cartesian form. Okay, there is no vector approach of this intercept on. Okay, now we will have one more type of equation of the plane. One more type of equation of plane, that is equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two given planes. Passing through the intersection of the two given planes. Okay, so equation of plane passing through intersection of two planes. Equation of plane passing through intersection of two given planes. Passing through, one more point can be added here, passing through the line of intersection of two given planes. Let P1 equals to 0 and P2 equals to 0 are two given planes. P1 equals to 0 and P2 equals to 0 are two given planes. Okay, so equation of plane is required is equals to P1 plus lambda P2. P1 plus lambda P2. This is the equation of plane passing through the intersection of two given planes, or equation of the plane passing through the intersection of the given two plane is given by P1 plus lambda P2 is equals to 0. Okay, here we will find the value of lambda by the given condition. Condition will be given in the question. Okay, now we are having the angle between two planes. Next topic in this regard, that is angle between two given planes. Okay, so angle between two given planes. Angle between two given planes. Angle between two planes. Okay, means how to find the angle between two planes. Let r vector dot n vector equals to d1 and r vector dot n2 vector equals to d2. These are the two given planes. Similarly, as we find the angle in line, here we will find the angle between planes. Angle between two planes is the angle between their directions. Okay, angle between two planes is the angle between their direction, and direction of the given planes are n1 vector and n2 vector. So angle between planes is given by cos theta. Cos theta is equals to n1 vector dot n2 vector divided by magnitude of n1 vector, magnitude of n2 vector, and this is equals to n1 vector is let n1 vector is a1 I cap plus a1 I cap plus b1 j cap plus c1 k cap dot a2 I cap plus b2 j cap plus c2 k cap divided by magnitude of n1 vector, that is a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square multiplied by a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. So this can be write down as a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square multiplied by a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Okay, so this is the angle between two planes. a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by under root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square multiplied by under root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. Okay, now we will find the conditions. we will find the conditions that two given planes are perpendicular, two given planes are parallel to each other. Okay, so what are the conditions when two given planes are perpendicular to each other? So condition of parallelism of two planes, condition of parallelism of two planes. Okay, so two planes are, the angle between two planes are cos theta, that is a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by under root summation a1 square under root summation a2 square. Okay, theta equals to 90 degree when two planes are perpendicular, when two planes are parallel, then theta is equals to 0 degree or 180 degree. So cos 0 degree is equals to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by under root summation a1 square multiplied summation a2 square is equals to 1. Cos 0 equals to 1, that is why summation a1 a2 equals to under root summation a1 square multiplied under root summation a2 square, and after solving this we will have a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2 is equals to whatever it is. Okay, so two planes are perpendicular, two planes are parallel when the ratio of their corresponding direction ratio is proportional. Okay, means a1 upon a2 equals to b1 upon b2 is equals to c1 upon c2. Now we will have the condition for the perpendicularity of two planes. Perpendicularity of two planes, this is parallelism. Now we are having the condition of perpendicularity of two planes. Okay, when two planes are perpendicular means angle between their direction is 90 degree and cos 90 is equals to, we know, 0. So summation a1 a2 upon under root summation a1 square multiplied under root summation a2 square equals to cos 90, that is 0. So summation a1 a2 equals to 0. Summation a1 a2 equals to 0 means a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equals to 0. Okay, so this is the condition of the perpendicularity of two planes. When two planes are perpendicular, then the product of the sum of the product of corresponding direction ratio is equals to 0, that is summation a1 a2 is equals to 0, means a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equals to 0. Okay, this is the condition of perpendicularity of two planes. Now we will find the angle between two planes. Angle between, write down the topic, angle between a line and a plane. Angle between a line and a plane. This is also important. Angle between a line and plane. Okay, now let us have, this is the plane in three-dimensional geometry. Okay, we know that direction of the plane is not the direction of a plane itself, but the direction of its perpendicular. Okay, so its direction is this, that is n vector. Let equation of plane that is r vector dot n vector is equals to b, and equation of line is r vector equals to a vector plus lambda b vector, and line is intersecting this plane at this point. Okay, line is intersecting this plane at this point, its direction vector. This is the direction of plane. This is the direction of the plane itself, and this is the direction of the perpendicular to the plane. Okay. Now we have to find the angle between the direction of the plane and direction of the line, that is this angle. We are going to find this angle between line and plane. Okay. But this direction is not given. We have been given the direction this. So we have to find the angle between B vector and vector. And angle between B vector and vector is 90 minus theta. Angle between B vector and n vector is 90 minus theta, not the theta. Theta is the angle between line and plane. Okay. So we have to find cos of 90 minus theta, and the vectors are n vector and b vector. So this is b vector dot n vector divided by magnitude of b vector, magnitude of n vector. Cos 90 minus theta means sin theta. So sin theta is equals to b vector dot n vector divided by magnitude of b vector, magnitude of n vector. Okay. So this is the angle between a line and a plane. Okay. This is vector approach. And now we have to convert this approach into Cartesian approach. So Cartesian approach or Cartesian form of angle between line and plane. B vector, let B vector is equals to A1 I cap plus B1 J cap plus C1 K cap, and capital N vector is equals to A2 I cap plus B2 J cap plus C2 K cap. Okay. Then angle between this, that is sin theta is equals to B vector dot n vector. B is dot product of these two vectors. We know that A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 divided by under root magnitude of B vector. Magnitude of B vector means A1 square plus B1 square plus C1 square multiplied A2 square plus B2 square plus C2 square. Okay. So this is the angle between a line and a plane in Cartesian approach. Okay. Now again we will find the condition of perpendicularity and condition of parallelism between a line and plane. So first of all, the condition of perpendicularity. Line and plane. Okay. So when a line and a plane are at perpendicular, means are at right angle, then angle between them we know that is 90 degree, and sin 90 is equals to 1. Okay. So solving this for sin 90 is equals to 1. Theta is equals to 90 degree and sin 90 is equals to 1. So B vector dot n vector upon magnitude B vector dot magnitude n vector is equals to sin 90, that is 1. Solving this for 1, we will have B vector dot n vector is equals to magnitude B vector magnitude n vector, or summation A1 A2 is equals to under root summation A1 square multiply under root summation A2 square. After solving this, we will have A1 upon A2 equals to B1 upon B2 equals to C1 upon C2. Okay. Means the ratio of the corresponding direction ratio is proportional. Ratio of the corresponding component of direction ratio of line and plane are proportional when line and plane are perpendicular. Okay. Now the condition of parallelism. condition of parallelism between line and a plane. Parallelism means theta is equals to 0 degree and theta is equal to 0, so sin 0 is equals to 0. That is why b vector dot n vector divided by magnitude b vector magnitude a vector is equals to 0, means b vector dot a vector equals to b vector dot n vector is equals to 0. Or in Cartesian form, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equals to 0. This is the condition of parallelism. Okay, this is the condition of the parallelism of a line and a plane. That is, the sum of the product of corresponding part of direction ratio is equals to 0. Summation a1 a2 equals to 0 or a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 is equals to 0. Okay, now after finding the angle between a line and plane, we will having the distance between two parallel planes. Distance between two parallel planes. Distance between two parallel planes. We are having the study of plane in three-dimensional geometry. Okay, an important topic, you know, as far as your exams are concerned and as far as your competitions are also concerned. So we are finding the distance between two parallel planes. Distance between two parallel planes. Okay, so two parallel planes. Let equation of plane is ax plus by plus cz plus d1 is equals to 0 and ax plus by plus cz plus d2 is equals to 0. Okay, these are two planes and these are two parallel planes also. Why these are parallel? These are parallel as the direction ratios are same. Direction ratios are same, but constants are different. Constant means d1 and d2 are different. If d1 d2 are also same, then they are not different planes, they are same plane. Okay, so we are having two different planes which are parallel to each other. Okay, so these are two planes parallel to each other. Now we have to find the distance between these two planes. Okay, so let us consider one point, that is 0 0 0. We will find the distance of this origin from first plane, second plane, and after that we will subtract. Okay, means distance of first plane, that is d1 from this point is a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c into 0, that is d1 upon under root a square plus b square plus c square. Now d2 is the distance of this point from this plane, that is a into 0 plus b into 0 plus c into 0 into d2 upon under root a square plus b square plus c square. So distance between two planes. Distance between two planes, that is d2 minus d1. d2 minus d1 equals to d2 minus d1 upon under root a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, so this is the distance between two parallel planes. So this is all about the equation of plane in three-dimensional geometry. Now we are having the questions related to this plane and also related to the line. Okay, so we will solve all these questions in exercise 11.3. Okay, 11.3 and upcoming exercises also. Now one more topic is there, that is what is the condition of coplanarity of two lines. Coplanarity of two lines. what is the condition when two lines are in the same plane? When two lines are in the same plane. Okay, this is said to be the coplanarity. Coplanarity of two lines. Let r vector equals to a vector plus lambda b vector, a1 vector plus lambda b1 vector, this is first line, and r vector equals to a2 vector plus lambda b2 vector, this is the second line. Okay, we have been given two lines. If these two lines are in the same plane, if they are in the same plane, then they will intersect. Confirmly they will intersect. Surely they will intersect each other. Means the shortest distance between them will equals to 0. Okay. So if line L1 and L2 are coplanar, then this means shortest distance is equals to 0. And shortest distance equals to 0 means a2 vector minus a1 vector dot b1 vector cross b2 vector upon magnitude b1 vector cross b2 vector is equals to 0. It means a2 vector minus a1 vector dot b1 vector cross b2 vector is equals to 0. Okay, so shortest distance is equals to 0. Shortest distance is equals to 0. Then the lines are coplanar in Cartesian form: x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 is equals to 0. This is the condition of coplanarity of two lines. Coplanarity simply means when two lines are coplanar, means in the same plane, and when they are in the same plane they will surely intersect. Surely intersect means shortest distance will equals to 0. Okay, so thank you.